Good afternoon, or evening, or morning, or whatever it might be where you are. And I thought, I've started playing Banished again. It's been a while, but it's a very good game and quite enjoyable and sort of a chill game. So I thought I'll play that today. Now I have installed a couple of mods, a few mods, I should say. So these are the only mods that I have in. So I have the DS Small Village Homes. This just includes some new houses, which I like the look of. I have Norsemen, tough people from the north. They carry more resources and survive longer in the cold. Aging in real time. That's the main point of that mod. Aging in real time. So instead of the in-game aging, where each citizen ages like 4 years in a year, which doesn't make much sense. This is, with this mod, they will only age 1 year per year, or roughly. It's not perfect, but it's good enough. And then I just have a stone bridge, and then increases the rate of tree growth, so it extends their lifespan. And that's just basically to match the Norseman mod, really. So yeah. So anyway, let's without further ado, let's just jump into a new one. It was made by one person, which is quite amazing, because it's a very good game in my opinion. Okay, so what I'm looking for at the start here. So this is a little group of banished people. I don't know how much you know about the game, but basically, these people were banished from wherever they were living, and now they are out in the wild with just this cart with some firewood and some coats and some tools and some potatoes, and that's it. That's all we have in life. But you can live a long time with a nice potato. So we have to set up our base. Let's see what kind of land we got here. So we have a big flat. I'm looking for flat land basically, where we can set up our first initial little village. We need to survive. Ooh, this is a nice big area that we might expand to at some point. Okay, and the river is also very important. Yeah, the river is very important. So yeah, we'll talk about the river later on. But for now, we just need to get started, and we sort of start in a bad place because there are these mountains around us, which takes away land, and we have also this small river, which is kind of useless. So basically, what we need to get some food production going right away. And you can see this yellow circle highlights the area in which this gatherer's hut, where the gatherers who work at this gatherer's hut will go to find resources. And the mountains and the river takes away land, which means less food production. At the same time, we don't want to move too far away from where we start, simply because the longer you have to move, I mean, they have to move back and forth between this cart and wherever we decide to set up base, and that's a long walk back and forth. So everything will take a lot longer. Yeah, so not a great first location, but we'll manage. So I think we just need to set up like down here then, and get a bridge going across so that we can utilize the land on the other side as well. So let's get it like up against the river here, like like there. Okay. So let's start with that. That's the first thing we will build. We'll plan out some other things as well as we go along. So let's get this up. I'll explain everything as we go along. I don't need the map right now. I need that one and that one. Okay. So, if you are unfamiliar with the game, if you're new to the game, let me do that. Just so it's not covered by the logo there. Okay, so, anyway. So, this window shows you, this is when you assign workers to the different professions. So right now we have 5 laborers and 3 builders, because I just assigned them there. Because this is showing me the total number of jobs available in this profession. So right now this is all we are building, and this requires 3 builders. I can reduce it if I want to, but we'll keep it at 3. That's fine. And that means I have to assign 3 workers. Well, you don't have to. You can have just one builder, and he will build it, but it'll take longer, obviously. And then we have 5 laborers. Now so we have 8 workers in total, and you can see that here. Now we were a little bit unlucky because usually we start with 8 adults and 8 children. So it's the numbers here are adults, students, and children, and we don't have a school, so we can't have any students. We'll get into that later on as well. So we have 8 adults and only 5 children. That's a little bit low. Usually you start with like 8 children. So only the adults can work, and the children are useless. Yeah, but that's okay. They will grow up and become the next generation of workers. But to get our next generation of workers, we need to actually keep these people alive, because these are the only ones we have. And this game can be quite harsh. If you fail, to get enough houses, you know, they might freeze in the winter and they all die, or you fail to get food production up and running right away. Yeah, they might just die of starvation. And once one person dies of starvation, you're in trouble, because all the rest of them will follow very quickly. So yeah, we have to be kind of quick because winter comes fast. We are at the early spring now, and so we need to get this built right away. And let's start by mapping out a little bit of an area. Okay, so first of all, let me tell my people to remove resources. This is basically just gathering resources, and we're gonna use this entire area here. And there's a reason for that as well. I'm also going to give them, and this I don't actually have to build, I'm just going to give them a stockpile where they can gather all the things that they gather up. So all the remove resources, that's just collecting iron and wood from the trees and stone, and that's what the laborers will do. So that's why it's important to have a number of laborers as well. Also, when citizens die, if you have available laborers, one of the laborers will automatically fill in. So if your tailor dies, one of the laborers will automatically become the next tailor. So that's quite handy as well, so you don't have to micromanage as much. So it's always useful to have a couple of laborers available. But it depends on how many people you have in your city. Now there are a few things that we need to get up and running right away. It's this one, the Gatherer's Hut. That's good for food production. We also need a Forester's Lodge. Maybe we can put this like... I want to try to make it look a little bit nice. I might fail. Okay, you know what? This is in a bad spot. So let's get rid of that. And let's put this up again. Let's put it like there. And we'll pause it so that they don't focus any effort or resources on that for now. Okay, like so. I have a road to follow. Yeah, let's put that there, that's fine. And the last thing we want up here is the hunting cabin. So that shows me where the Forester's Lodge is. So let's put this like down there. And we'll pause that as well for now. We'll pause that one. And this one they can start building. And then I think we'll build up all the houses and all that down here. We want as much land as possible up here. As much land as possible, or available, for instance, the Forester's Lodge, which basically cuts down and plants new trees. So we want as much space as possible for the Forester's Lodge to do their thing and produce wood for us. So yeah. Also, one thing I want to do right away, I want... oh yeah, okay. It won't let me build a road through here, and that's because I've marked these things to be removed. So if we cancel removal right through here, now I can build a road through here. Otherwise I would have to wait for them to remove those resources. So I want to get a road built right away, and that's simply because it's much faster for them to move back and forth on a road than on the grass. So that is the reason for that. Right. Let's also check the boundaries. So it's all the way up to here. Just about. Yeah, so that's the largest one. Okay, so up to this tree right here. And we want to try to not build anything in here. So we want to build everything outside. And that might be fine. We might even go... might even stretch all the way up to here. Yeah. But yeah. But that's in the future. That's in the future. I also have a nice cup of coffee, which is important when you play video games. Ah, lovely, lovely coffee. Tea is also fine. So let's start. Let's unpause the game. I usually always pause it in the beginning because I want to get things set up. I guess play this game for hours because it's a lot of fun. So let's just hope we don't make any huge mistakes that are going to get all our people killed right away. That would be nice. Now you can also speed up the process here, but in the beginning I'd like to keep it nice and slow. Simply because... hang on. Yeah, simply because I want to make sure that we are making good progress. Winter comes very quickly. So I'm just going to keep the wooden bridge for now. So we're going to build a wooden bridge across here so that we can utilize the land on this side as well at some point. So you can see they're already starting to gather resources and put them in the stockpile. So yeah, so we are working on the gatherer's hut first of all for food production. I might also... Right. So in the first... like before winter sets in, we need 4 houses. So it was up to this tree right there, I think. So let's 1, 2, and 3. Okay, let's pause, pause, and pause. Okay, 3 houses. Okay. We also have some other buildings that we need. Let's get this. Yeah, we have some other buildings that we need right away. The most important one being the woodcutter. So let's put it like back here should be fine. And I'm gonna pause that for now. Yeah, we can pause the bridge for now. That's not our main priority. But getting a head start on the first house is always a good idea. So let's get 5 builders and 3 laborers for now. Ah, the weather is miserable. Alright, so how are we doing on the house? No progress yet. That's okay. It takes a little bit of time because we need to gather a lot of resources to get started anyway. And we only have a few adults so far. We have to wait for these children to grow up. Why is it raining all the time? Now we're finally getting the gatherers hut up and running. But now it's just a matter of getting the houses up and making sure that our villagers actually survive the winter. And they should hurry up. I'm always a little bit stressed until we get the Gatherer's Lodge and the Woodcutter and the first 4 houses up and running. I'm always a little bit, yeah, you know. So let's just speed it up a little bit, but I'll also stay in control, so I don't overlook anything and have all them peeps dying of starvation. Not the most ideal starting place, but it's quite picturesque, I would say, with the sort of the hills and the river, and we'll get a bridge across here. I always forget. I always scroll down. I zoom in as much as possible, and I always expect to get down to like ground level, and so I can look around in first-person view, but I never can, which is annoying. I don't like the restricted camera. You do get used to it. It's just I'm so used to like Planet Coaster and like even Cities Skylines. I installed a mod so that I could go down into first-person view. I just like that. I want to see what these people are seeing, you know, like Blair and... Oh, he's male, okay. I was thinking if it's a female and we're in a forest with these wooden houses, we might have a Blair Witch on our hands. Whew, okay. Dodged a bullet there. But we only started with 5 kids, so we need to get people into houses and get them fornicating. Yep. Okay, so the Gatherer's Hut is not very effective at the moment. It's doing its job, but we are only using this small area, so we need to build that bridge soon enough. We just need to get the more important stuff up and running first. Also, it's raining again. At least the land will be fertile. Oh yay, sunlight. Beautiful. Alright, so we are waiting for this woodcutter, and we are waiting for these... It's summer already. Come on, people. Pick up the pace. We do have these tents, apparently. That we can put up. So like temporary housing, but I don't know how good they are in the winter. But they look nice though. Warmer leather tent. Yeah, we need leather for that one. We don't have a hunting cabin yet. Now you're getting on it. Good. Yay! Woodcutter. Let's keep it to 100 now, for now. And also, once we get the houses up, we can see who belongs to who, sort of. Who is married to who, and which kids belongs to who, and whom, and whatever. And it's raining again. So we get the houses, and then we will get the Forester's Lodge. And then we'll get the hunting cabin. And also, there's one more thing that I need. But I'm not sure where to put it. Ooh, it needs to be... Oh, we could probably utilize the bridge. Because it needs to be sort of out of this range, I believe. And it's this herbalist. And we might put it like up here, along with a house, so that whoever works as the herbalist can live there. One house is up and running, so let's unpause another one. Okay, so first two families have moved in. So we have Blair and Neva living together. That's the builder family. And we have Berner and Joselina. They have a child, Tessandi, who's 11. In other words, Joselina was 8 when she had her first child. It's rough. It's very rough being a child of this age, whatever this age might be. I don't know what age it is. But it's like really, really long time ago, so I'm thinking at least as old as the 1960s. Perhaps even older. And we are down to 11 tools. So we need a blacksmith. We might put it... Where might we put it? We might put it... here, in this little cul-de-sac. Yeah, let's put it there. So hold off for now. Let's get the last two houses first. And then it's blacksmith, and then the Forester's Lodge, and the hunting cabin, and the bridge. And then everything else. Oh, they have no food. Oh, look at these guys. Oh, they have been very productive, haven't they? Adalber and Tamia. She also had her first child at age 8. And then she had twins, from what I can tell. Elville and Galen. And they have no food. Because we have some hoarders, probably. Yes, they have taken 403 potatoes. Because that's how they roll. 161 potatoes. They just steal all the food in the village. It's my food now. It's all my food. Let's get another gatherer. Okay, now they have a little bit of food. 3 potatoes. Oh, how nice of you to share. Oh no, you didn't share. They have 403. They are 3 people and they have 403 potatoes. These are 5 people and they have 3. They have to divide 3 potatoes among them. Burner. You bastards. And you're not gonna have any food, are you? Okay, so this is the last family. Fletchel, Christy, and Cicely. Cecilia? Cecily? Something. I don't know. And yeah, so that's the 3rd woman in this little town of ours who had her first child at age 8. And they haven't had any children yet. Come on, get humping. We need more citizens. We're not here to have fun and lollygag. We're here to produce people. Okay, so now they are out of food because they only had 3 potatoes to share. And how about you? Are you still? Oh, you're down to 392. Oh no, you're almost starving now. Oh, you better run over here and get some more. Steal all the mushrooms. I mean, they have no food. They have no food. And they have all the food. Okay. Yeah. We definitely need a hunting cabin. Sooner rather than later. But also it will stabilize soon enough. It's just once the house is done, they will go and get as much food as possible and store it in their houses instead. That's just what they do. And when you build 4 houses in quick succession, as I did, yeah, they're gonna run out of food. But we have 4 gatherers, and that should be enough. Although I did cut down all the trees and everything here, so maybe that was a bad idea. Let's hope I didn't ruin my village before we've even gotten started here. I might have. We're not gaining any. We're not gathering any food now. That's. It's early winter. I'm very worried now. Now we are getting food. Good. Now you run, run and get food. Where are you going? Oh yeah, that's the right guy. Okay, good. Whew. Okay, so they have food now. 2 mushrooms. Oh, that's a feast. Oh no, they're gone. 146. What are you doing with all those potatoes? Are they making alcohol? Yeah, I might have doomed the entire family here. Well, these guys have doomed our entire village. Oh yeah, huh. That's yeah, that's an entire family just wiped out because of these people who wouldn't share their potatoes. He hasn't died yet. Oh, now they don't have any food either. Yeah, because we're not gathering any food. Because we can't get this stupid bridge done. I'm missing 1 stone, really? 1. Maybe next time post the houses at 95% and finish them at the same time and hope the food goes equally. Yeah, I agree. That's something I've been thinking about doing in a few other maps where I've had the same problem, but I've always saved it because they've always been able to gather enough food to survive. But this time I was kind of dumb about it because I got rid of all the resources in this area. So, okay,